Hey Eurovision fans, Abor Tynna will represent Germany in Eurovision 2025 with their song Basel. I'm going to listen and react to the live performance from the national final, give you my analysis of the song, the artist and the staging, and see how this could do in the Eurovision final. So, let's kiki. Hi, my name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. So I already did a reaction to Abor Tynna when I did my big Chef Saka Germany video, which I thought was very underwhelming. I went into that with such incredibly high hopes because Stefan Raab came back and there was all this hype about how Germany can win Eurovision and they were up to 7th or 8th in the odds. Then the actual national final turned out to be a little bit of a disaster. Actually, it feels very positive that despite all that, we've got a really, really decent song with Abor Tynna. So yeah, my understanding is that during that show, Stefan Raab said if he doesn't win Eurovision, he's never going to come back. So silver lining with the whole process is that if Germany doesn't win, we don't have to deal with Stefan Raab's kingship over the national final again. Yeah, the reason I'm being a little bit critical is I felt the national final this year, they were just making it up as they were going along. The rules seemed to change all the time. It felt like they were basically just winging it because they had a favorite. It's like, well, if you've got a favorite like that, then just internally select. I don't like it when people try to dress up national finals as being this democratic process, when in reality, you've just got like 5 people who are pulling the strings for their favorite to win. Like, I don't think the public were even able to vote until the final. And then they were only able to vote on the top 5. 95% of the whole show, people weren't even able to vote, which is kind of crazy. It feels like being forced to watch an internal selection that you've no control over. I had a lot of frustration from Germans on my German national final video. So yeah, I'd rather that Germany went back to the national final system that they had last year. I actually thought last year's national final was better. You could actually vote for people from the start. In any case, the victor of Chef Saka ESC was Abor Tynna, and they're actually brother and sister. So we have Attila, I'm assuming is Abor. I'm just connecting the A with the A, and he's 27. And then we have Tunda, who I'm guessing is Tynna. I really hope I didn't get these mixed up. She was born in December 2000, so she's 24. So really cool to have a brother-sister combo. I'm trying to think now, when was the last time we brother-sister? I'm sure there was one last year. Every time I say, I wonder when the last time we had something, it's always this year or the year before. So I'm actually going to look it up to make sure I'm not making a big mistake. Brothers and sisters, definitely family Kilmende for Albania in 23. We also had Zibs for Switzerland in 2018. And then Donna and Joe for Ireland way back with that totally inexplicable dance break. I just put a tweet out. So I'll put the results here of all the brothers and sisters. Anyway, I love that. It's a new combination that we don't see that often. And it's cool having like family on stage as well. They can support each other really well. They're going to know each other inside out emotionally and like handling nerves as well. I think that's going to be really useful on the Eurovision stage. So they're of Hungarian origin, which explains Attila for me. I think of Attila as a very Hungarian name. And they grew up in a family of artists from Hungary. And the song is called Bala. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And apparently the closest English translation of the song would be something like banging or shooting. So I'm going to react to the performance from the final. I already reacted to the semi-final performance. Hopefully there's been a couple of small changes. I'll leave as much of the original audio and visuals in as I'm allowed. If I do need to make changes, I'll put it up onto my Patreon. Also, please go subscribe to me on Instagram. I'm going to be posting there more often. This is Abor Tynna singing Bala. Wanna know Mr. Bang? Ooh, the electric cello at the start is really, really nice beginning. It really sets the song apart. This opening is so crucial because it is so unique. And then into the club. I love when she's playing with her hair as well. This kind of like wild freedom in the song. I wonder is this sounds much better. I wonder if it's the radio edit overlaid. I love when her hair's over her face. It totally fits in with the staging of being like this like party carefree. Oh, those dancers are new, I think. Oh, I like their dancing because it's very clubby German to me. Okay, she still gets a bit up close, which I think works, but don't do it too much. Like, as a feel and a vibe, this feels so freaking different from everybody. Even Belgium, which has a slightly similar sound, but this up close, like grungy underground feel. Her hair is the best supporting actress in this performance. Like, I want her shampoo now. I feel like there's a little bit of playback here. I don't know if it's the live vocals, but it sounds really, really good. I like the dancers. It's a little bit goofy. I actually like some of that kind of like semi-crumping style dancing. Oh, he's living. He's living his best Bala life. Okay, yeah, we do need to focus on the cello when it's coming in because it's really pretty. It's one of the USPs of the song. She's got this really beautiful casual feel on the stage. Like, she's kind of not bothered. It works. And I do like the connection with the camera bits. Again, it's something different. It feels raw, really personalized, not choreographed compared to everyone else who's hitting every single mark. Song's got beautiful energy. It's a really lovely song. Shooting for the Stars, it's nice to have an English lyric. It's a slightly bit of a cheesy one, but still. Great thumpy beat. The song doesn't have massive undulations, but it's got a real great energy behind the whole thing. Lovely production in the background there. Really, really rich. This is a good time for something to happen. It is a little bit too much wandering around the stage. Obviously, you're going to have more intricate staging. Oh, she did not. Oh, yes, Queen. I didn't know that happened. That did happen in the semi-finals. She just broke his cello. Oh, that's so epic. Keep that. 100% keep that for the Eurovision final. Oh, that was so epic. Why have I not seen that on social media or anything? I'm so surprised that that hasn't got like viral as a meme. That she picks up his electric cello and smashes it. I love that. 1 million. We'll talk about staging later. But 1,000,000%. There's actually a lot of really good staging things here. Let's start with the song. My God, I've been sleeping on that song. That was freaking so good. I really enjoyed that. I've been snoozing, sleeping on that song. Big ass time. Okay, I just got a bit of a wake up call there. The alarm went off. I'm awake now. That is really, really wonderful. First of all, I love that it's in Germany. For some reason, Germany's been so afraid to sing in German for ages now. You know, the last German song we had is 2007, Roger Cicero, which came 19th. And since then, we've just had non-stop English. I like German when it's sung like that. It sounds really, really cool. And that song feels so super cultural for me. Loads of people left me comments saying that this is really representative of the modern German music scene. And that is exactly what Germany needs to do. Start showing off your culture. Stop being embarrassed of it and sending kind of more generic songs in English. The real Mariana Trench bottom of the barrel for me was Perfect Life by Lavina. Like, that song was absolute white bread, milk toast, zero personality, zero anything German, all in English. So this is really wonderful. I'm so happy with this song. Yeah, it feels super German. It's got that club feel. The beats sound German. This is wonderful. This feels like such a really, really great turning point for Germany. It's really easy to sit through. It's got great energy. You can tell the song's written by them because they're living on stage. This isn't something written by somebody else and then they have to try and pretend to emote that they're feeling it. They're totally feeling it. You can see that they're absolutely living on stage. I wish that Abor's electric cello was louder because I love it. I absolutely love it, but I'm straining to hear it. And actually, when it does come in, I find that I'm kind of like focusing all my attention on trying to hear the melody and the sound of it because it sounds so beautiful. So I wish they just put the volume up on that because it's such a USP. It's really, really wonderful. I'm pretty sure that was the studio version overlaid because there were times when she wasn't singing, but it sounded super clear. So I think part of my enjoyment there was that it just sounded so much better than it did in the semi-final video I reacted to, which didn't sound as clear. So that's something that obviously needs to be a big priority, is that it sounds super clean on the Eurovision stage. Because when it sounds super clean, I was getting a teeny tiny bit of winner vibes there, like really, really, really small, like 1 grain of salt. 1 grain of salt is better than 0 grain of salt. But just at the end when she was like dancing around and being really free, it totally reminded me of Lena from 2010. Like, this isn't winning. I'm just saying that the idea jumped into my head for 1 millionth of a second and then it left my head again. No, Lord of the Lost in 2023, that's the last time I felt like a really strong German vibe. And I love that song. And it was disgraceful how much it got paid absolute dust by the jury. But then it was all in English as well, and Blood and Glitter, the lyrics were a little bit dodgy. So this feels like all in, unapologetically German. Love it. Absolutely love it. And they're so wonderful on stage. Let's go through the lyrics and find out what the hell she's talking about, because I am curious. Obviously, I know what the Shoot for the Stars bit is, and it's a little bit unfortunate that the one English lyric is a little bit cliche. These poor stars that just get shot at all the time. Leave the stars alone. So Bala, as people told me in my Chef Sake video, means like bang, shoot, something like that. It's a little bit hard to translate. Let's go through. I shoot holes into the night, stars fall and bang on my roof. It still hurts a little when I see you again, but I'll never come back no matter what you say. Okay, cool. Really super clear, fun lyrics, the idea of stars falling onto her roof. Already we know this is someone that she's broken up with or a previous relationship and she doesn't want them back. No thanks. She repeats that again. Chalk silhouettes on the sidewalk, a crime scene between us like in CSI. You said, I'm sorry, baby, for the first time. Should have known then that was the end of us. Love it. Love that image of the chalk. I wonder if they could put that into the performance. Although because people wouldn't understand the German, it might seem like a little bit of a random reference, but they could maybe draw it in the background. You wouldn't be able to draw chalk on the Eurovision stage, but they could put like a canvas down on the ground, just have it in the background. It would just be a fun reference, or that's something they could put on the LED as well. Then that would be like really fun for the staging. You put a dot after the sentence like you never knew me, so I changed perfumes and buy myself a new outfit. I get that urge again. I want the end of the world. Ha, I think that's it. I shoot for the stars. It's a little bit of a shame now because when she said I shoot for the stars, I wasn't picking up the meaning of the song for that. So I feel like the English line should be more indicative of the song. For example, like even should have known then that was the end of us. That's a line that indicates more what the song's about. It's not as cool. Like the cool lines are the chalk silhouettes on the sidewalk, the crime scene between us like CSI. If they could get something like that as the English line, I think that would be much better because when she's saying, hi, I think that's it, I shoot for the stars, my impression of the meaning of the song was it's just like a self-empowerment. I'm invincible, I'm strong, stronger, all the crap we get in Melfest. So that's a little bit of a lost opportunity, I think. Like I get the impression that she's saying she's broken up with this person and she's independent, she can do all these cool things. I just feel like they've got so many other cool lyrics. There was a better way to say it than using an English language cliche. I see the shards of stars on my skin like glitter. I've learned what doesn't kill me only makes me prettier. Would you still catch a bullet for me? That's a great line. Would you still catch a bullet for me? That would be super cool. That sounds really cool in English. Because your weapon is now in my hand. I'll put a dot after the sentence and then we have a repeat of that. And then she says, I shoot for the stars again. Damn, I really wish they changed that because that could be such a cool moment. And I shoot holes into the night, which I think is where the ballad is coming from. I would shoot holes into the night. I don't know what that means. Maybe the Germans can explain down below, but does that mean like she's going out and clubbing and spending a whole night there? Or, okay, now I understand. When she's saying, ik ballala loke in die Nacht, which means I shoot holes into the night, she's literally translated that into English. I shoot for the stars. Okay. But unfortunately in English, I shoot for the stars means I have these like big aspirations. I think she literally means I'm shooting at the stars. So it's a really unfortunate direct translation, which in English is a goofy cliche. That is such a shame. Okay. I wonder could they change that? That is really, really unfortunate because she actually is saying something cool like I'm shooting at the stars, not I'm shooting for the stars. Even if they change it to at, I shoot at the stars. That has such a big, big difference than I shoot for the stars, which is what you say on X Factor. Like, oh, I want to be a pop star. I want to shoot for the stars. It's like, it's really corny and cliche. But I shoot at the stars is like a new, totally new phrase. Please change that one word, Abor Tynna. It makes such a big difference. Still, lyrics are really, really cool. Way deeper and more interesting than I was thinking. So that is a little bit of a shame that the shoot for the stars thing tricked me or confused me into thinking that it was more simple than it actually is. Let's talk about staging. First of all, I'm so gooped by breaking the cello. Absolutely love that. I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the semi-final. I don't know how I could have missed it if it was. So fun, so rock. It was really unexpected. It really properly made me laugh. It fit in with the theme of her as well because she's so badass and carefree throughout the whole staging. She's running around, she's pulling her hair out. She looks like she's performing at home in front of the mirror. Like there's no pressure, no stress whatsoever. So I absolutely love that. I love those dancers as well. I'm pretty sure they were new from the semi-finals. It felt like a mix of club dancing with krump. It felt super German to me. Loved it. Definitely keep them. I thought they were wonderful. And actually, I was looking more at the choreography when I did a quick second listen. I love the choreography. Felt really cool. There were some original things in there. I felt like I was getting an insight into the German club scene. Again, fits in with this super German identity. Color palette wise, they've got these blues and silvers, and then we've got some club lights coming in. Love that as well. Gives it a real kind of like nighttime feel with this moonlight shining on, which fits in with the stars as well. There's so many great things with the staging. Like I'm pretty happy with a lot of it. Just a little bit more deluxification, you know, making everything look more expensive. The bits when she's up in the camera, they were shorter this time. Perfect. I like that they were in, but in the semi-final, it was like, it went on too long and it just got a bit like kind of awkward when someone's like that up close to you for long periods. But when she does it for short periods and you can really see deep into her eyes, Love it. So many great ideas here. I want a little bit more emphasis on Attila when he's playing the cello. I really want to emphasize that part. I want the volume on the cello up, and then I want to see him playing the notes, maybe get him doing something, maybe have him like clubbing out on the cello. That could be a cool moment. Staging wise, they've got Marvin Dietman, who's did the staging for Lord of the Lost. So Marvin Dietman can be really, really good. He can also not be great. He's a little bit hit and miss. He used to do like 10 stagings a year. I think that was in 22. He did 10 stagings one year and it was ridiculous. He spread himself too thin. Recently, he's done 3 a year. So last year he did 3. I can't remember who it was. This year he's doing Australia, Germany, and Ireland. Much better. 3 is a manageable amount. I think Sergio Hayen is doing 3 as well. Finland, Cyprus, and Austria. I think once you like give yourself 4, 5, 6, 7, you just can't give them proper attention. And then I think you're kind of dragging your name through the mud a little bit because you start putting up kind of crappy half-ass stagings and you've tied your name to that. So that's their decision to do. So I think that's good that Marvin is doing less. I think he's got a great starting point. Like I loved so much that staging. Again, just making it look a little bit cleaner, putting in some cool camera angles. I think they can show the audience for this because everyone's going to be partying. It's going to look really good. Maybe just get the audience in like a blue lighting if that's possible though. So it feels like we're kind of in this underground, under the stars, outside club feel. I don't know if they can put lighting on the audience as well, but that would be really cool if they could. If not, keep the audience mostly dark and then just maybe see if you can put some blue spotlights in to give like a blue on black feel. She's a superstar. She really is. The way that she's so free and carefree on the stage elevates her so much. This feels so different from everyone else. It's so unchoreographed. It's raw. It's real. It sounds different. It looks different. It's in German. It's so super unique. So with that in mind, Germany don't need to qualify for the final. They automatically make it through. How is this going to do in the final? This feels like such a freaking wild card. We haven't had anything really like this. There's a little bit of an overlap with Belgium in terms of feel, and then a teeny tiny bit with Cyprus. I think Cyprus feels much more produced and choreographed. But in terms of being in that club, it's Belgium and Germany. I still feel like they're different enough. And, you know, Belgium's going all red and we don't even know if it's in the final yet. It probably will be. And then Germany's going all blue. So I feel like they're different enough. Plus female vocalists, male vocalists. I don't think that they're going to step on each other's toes too much. I have no idea how this is going to do. I feel at this point in time, Talbot and jury will probably be pretty even. I think Germany's going to respect the fact that it's well produced. It has to be sung well. Like I said, I think in the semi-finals, it didn't sound as good. I feel I was hearing the studio edit there and it sounded so much cleaner. I think amping up the cello a little bit will actually appeal to the jury. They love a classical instrument. So that could be strategically good for them to just put the decibels up a little bit on that. But yeah, I feel like that's going to be like pretty decent. I think televote could be higher if they really get this like rock star, anarchy, crazy club feel. A little bit like Måneskin had in 2021, where it felt like this organized, beautiful chaos on stage. It was choreographed, but it looked very free. Everyone was just in the moment and going crazy. And I love the bit at the end where she breaks the cello and then Attila gets up and he's riling up the crowd and she's just dancing all over the place and pulling her hair out of the way and just living her best life. It just gives it such an anarchic, different, fresh feel. And I think that that could potentially do very well with the televote. So look, if you told me this was 5th in the jury or 25th in the jury, I believe both of them. Both of them seem equally possible. Same for the televote. If you told me this is 5th in the televote and 25th in the televote, I think I find that a little bit harder to believe. I can't see being 25th in the televote. That's too extreme. Anywhere between 5th and kind of 18th in the televote sounds plausible to me. This has such a large spectrum of possibilities. It could just go so well. It could go so badly. It's risky. It's exciting. It's different. Very unpredictable. No idea how this is going to do, but I love that. And either way, it's representing the German music scene in a super authentic way. I really hope that this does well, because if it does, I feel like Germany's national final next year is going to be so much better. You know, we had that song Ich kann Dinge last year, which everyone wanted to submit. Again, it felt super German. You know, I wonder, did Abor Tynna maybe submit because of that? But I feel like if Abor Tynna do well, we can see songs like Ich kann Dinge come into the German national final. We've had so many years in the past where the German national final has been bland.com/blandfest. Super dull, boring, fully English pop songs with zero identity whatsoever. You know, with Lord of the Lost, which I absolutely and utterly adored. Isaac Boys on the Run, real heavy jury song, top 10 in the jury, 12 overall, amazing result for Germany. If they could get another around 12th place or 11th or 10th, wow, we can start to talk about Germany maybe finding their feet, finding a little recipe that works for them, and starting to be a half decent Big Five. Because right now, Italy and France are killing it. Absolutely amazing. UK and Spain, other than 2022, generally struggling a lot. Hopefully they could both turn that around this year. But if Germany get another kind of 12th, 13th, we can start to say that Germany are out of that group now and they're kind of in their own little middle group. France and Italy at the top, Germany possibly on an upturn, and then UK and Spain kind of lost at the bottom. So this could be a real great turnaround for Germany. I'm rooting for them like absolute and utter crazy. And like I said, I was sleeping on that. That was kind of low in my rankings. That is definitely moving up a lot. I'm going to download it. I really hope that it's not just because the radio edit is so much better than the live performance. I'm a little bit worried about that. So this has to sound super, super clean. But wow, what a great set of ingredients they have to work with. Okay, let's check out the odds. And Germany is currently in 19th spot. But Germany were in 8th place for a long time. And I feel that was down to Stefan Raab because he has a record of winning the contest and getting top 10 so often. But yeah, it feels like he's lost a little bit of his magic. I'm not saying it's impossible this wins, because it does have that big X factor, which I think is an absolute primary prerequisite to win. It would be a gigantic surprise, but I would expect this to move up the rankings when the rehearsals come out, especially if she nails the vocals and it sounds super clean and they've got this carefree staging vibe that's going to contrast a lot with everybody else. Particularly if you look at all the people at the top who I think are going to be super choreographed. So this could be a real stark contrast to them. Let's have a look and see how this is doing on the Eurovision scoreboard. I remember at one point when this entered, it was around 8th on the Eurovision scoreboard, which is really good. I'm guessing that's probably the highest Germany's been since Michael Schulte. Okay, that's what I thought about Abor Tynna singing Bala. What did you think? Leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you to those who've been supporting me on PayPal and Buy Me Coffee. If you think I need an espresso macchiato, I'll leave a QR code for you here and a link in the description. And of course, thank you to all my wonderful Patreons for patronizing me from all around the world. On my Patreon, you can get original audio and visuals. For example, with videos like this, you can get some early releases. You can support the channel. You can be in the credits. Go check it out if you're a fan. But of course, thank you so much just for being here. I've seen another Eurovision. Oh, am I going in the club? Am I getting a little bit of German Bala going on? A little bit of crumping? Let's just end. Bye. Hi, my name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst, and you can find all of this stuff. Oh, I was too early.